Alright guys, so it's Saturday. We just came out like 10 minutes ago. It's 12:16. Just did a shop only for $7 for 5 items. Knocked that out real quick. We are not platinum no more. We're at 69% acceptance and 93 completion. Long story short, I did a video. I had a big rant on the video. Long story short, it kept throwing me doubles, and one was close, one was far. So I dropped 2 of them because, I didn't want to go for 20 miles for the other order. Then when I dropped one of them, they sent me another order for the same restaurant, going by the closer to the restaurant. And it just irritates me when they do that, when they try to send us so far away, and when there's orders here. That's the thing I don't understand. They really need to shorten these zones. Depending where you live, they should have a list of, hey, this is the radius for you, mile radius that you could order. Like, I don't know, they gotta do something. But anyway, I was gonna take off today, but I didn't work a double shift yesterday. I just worked nighttime, dinner shift, and it was raining, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. So, trying to redeem ourselves today. Not looking for nothing crazy. Don't know how long I'm gonna be out here. I don't think I'm gonna be here past 2 o'clock, to be honest. I'm just here to make up a little bit for yesterday. Said McDonald's was busy, but it's right behind us, so we'll see. We're gonna go park at our spot. But we wound up getting good orders, just the rain, and then the completion kept going up and down. So I was at 72% acceptance rate, right? And it's frustrating because you do like 10, 12 orders in a row, it won't go up a percent. But as soon as you reject one, it went down. Then I reject the other one, then it went down. I'm like, wait a minute. You guys are quick to put our percent down, but not quick to, put it up. It's just, it doesn't make sense, man. DoorDash is the type of app that if they go under, they could only blame themselves. Like, they can't blame nobody else. I don't know how they're running it. It's a circus show in there. Then if you want to try to talk to customer service, you gotta get through the AI. And so many times I told AI I want to talk to a real person or whatever, and they still won't get you through. You have to hang up and call again and try to do it all over again. So at this point, I'm not even gonna contact them anymore for anything. I'm just gonna do whatever. It rained a lot yesterday too. We needed rain, but so we're here and we're gonna see what we can do. We're up $7, so let's see what happens. McDonald's is still hot. Okay, so we got our first DoorDash, $4.50 for 2 miles for Dunkin'. I don't like picking up Dunkin', to be honest, especially on the weekend, because they be running out of shit fast as hell. So hopefully they got what I need. Let's see here. It's only one item, half dozen. Here we go again, half dozen. Frequently missing. I don't know what it is with people frequently missing it. When it comes to missing stuff, it's hard to know if it's true or not, right? It goes both ways. Drivers, are shady. There's some drivers that are shady. So it's weird. It's a weird situation. But it's $4.50. This has put us at $11 or something, or $12 for the day so far. You can tell my tone of voice, I'm not. We got a Publix with $39, but it's not for here. Plus, I can't keep dropping orders for DoorDash. And then the thing about getting acceptance rate up, it's easy. I think the hardest part is the completion rate, because those take forever to go up for some reason. Like you could deliver like 20 orders and like the completion rate won't fucking go up. So I'm hoping it goes up with this one at least, so it gives me a chance to be platinum today, to get back to platinum. So that's the goal today. Hit platinum so tomorrow on Sunday, that it's a busy day, we can stay busy. So that's the plan. But we'll see what happens with that shit. But yeah, like I said, the platinum, the only benefit I saw was, you get to dash whenever you want. Like, I didn't see nothing really worth. You still seeing shitty orders. You might not see them as much, but you might see them as much. It is hard to know people around. So for me, the benefit is just dashing now, and to me, that's a big benefit, to be honest. Because the schedules sometimes be messing up so bad. Like, you be scheduling yourself as an error happen or something, and it's just stupid. Alright, just like that, we're here at Dunkin', and we'll see what happens here. Hurry the fuck up, man, move. And we'll see what happens. Oh, let's pray they got my order, guys. Let's pray. Alright, guys, so believe it or not, even though it's only 12:30, they're out of certain donuts, like the main donuts, Boston cream and stuff like that. Had to call the customer and replace 4 donuts. Had to replace 4 donuts at 12:30. Dunkin', I guess, they make a certain amount, I guess, or whatever, or they put out a certain amount for the day, but it goes fast. So it is what it is. And another thing, I was walking out of Dunkin', and there was this guy sitting in the backseat of a car with the window down, mean mugging. If you're in the backseat of a car, you can't mean mug, man. You sit your ass back there and calm the fuck down. You're probably mad because you sitting in the back seat. Oh man, that was just funny. I just looked at him like, bro, seriously? So anyway, a little joke for y'all, a little funny. Customer wasn't too happy. He was like, but it's 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, yeah, I know. This store does that a lot. And it's the only Dunkin' that I go to where they're missing stuff already by noon. Because any other ones I go, it's like everything's all good. So it is what it is. Okay, so we was coming back and we wound up getting a restaurant called Cellar. It's a fairly new restaurant. I've been there before. For $9 for 4 miles, it's going to a community that I delivered to before. There's only 3 items: burger, pretzel logs, and chicken tenders. The only thing from picking up from there is fresh food. Obviously it's not fast food, so sometimes you gotta wait a little while. So hopefully we don't gotta wait too long. And yeah, the $9 is pretty good. I'm hoping, I haven't looked at my stats yet. I'm hoping like that last order I went up a percent for completion. Hopefully this one too, but we'll see. Like I said, that one takes a while. And hopefully I get that 1% before I'm done. My shift's only till 2:30, so it's like, without platinum, you can't just log back on and work again. So this place is usually cool. It's not a type of place I would go eat, to be honest. The atmosphere is nice, but it's just not my kind of restaurant. I don't feel the vibe for me personally, but I can see why people go there. It looks nice inside. So yeah, plus it's lunchtime. There shouldn't be too many people there. Yeah, nothing too bad. It's empty enough that the order should be ready or almost ready. So, man. Might as well park on this side because we're leaving that way anyway. I'm gonna take a shortcut for the drop off, so let's pick this up. Hopefully it's ready. Okay, so we got that one picked up. Didn't have to wait long. probably less than 2 minutes. They were pretty slow inside, so it's good for us. So we're taking a shortcut to go to this other customer. Hopefully that puts me, in a good place with something. At least the percent went to 70 or at least 94. Something going on, It rained heavy last night. Might rain today, they said. So, but $9 for this order is pretty good. We only got 3 miles to go. So just to get to the restaurant was a mile. And this is why people like the area I work in. If, you pick and choose, if you're smart at what you take, you don't have to drive much. And that's why I stay in my area. I used to, go to different areas and stuff, but once I discovered this area here, my area here was good, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just stay here. Why am I driving 12, 15 miles to another zone? But the reason I did that was that there's like more restaurants in the other zone. You know what I mean? Like more fast food chains, more restaurant chains, you know what I mean? There's more stuff, You have Sonny's Barbecue, you have Denny's, you have IHOP, KFC, Taco Bell, Panda Express, Tropical Smoothie. So you have more name stuff, but that area is a lot of fraud, a lot of apartments. I only deal with a few apartments across the street. One complex is 2 floors, one's 3 floors, and I rarely deliver there. Everything else is houses. So that's why I like my area too, and that's why a lot of people like it too, because it's mostly houses. So I can't really blame them. You gotta love it. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this off. I know I gotta turn somewhere. Shit, where's the turn? Alright guys, we'll see you when we come back. Well, that one's dropped off. This is a nice HOA community. It looks nice. But I'm in an HOA and we can't wait to leave. If we do move, whenever we move, it ain't gonna be a HOA. I know that shit. Hell no. Being an HOA is annoying. It has its benefits, but some are just annoying. So we paused it because we're in the middle of 2 zones. My zone and the other zone. So I'm not giving them no chance on purpose for them to send me something far. It's not happening. I need to check my stats though. That's what I'm gonna do when I park. I'm gonna go ahead and check my stats. Might as well check them now. Let's see what the ratings look like, guys. So nothing. 2 orders in a row. Acceptance rate didn't go up the percent, or completion rate. I told you that's gonna take a while. As far as the completion rate, it's gonna take a while. It's horrible. It is what it is. So we're gonna go right back to park wherever we're at. I got the home page for Instacart on right now in case they throw something. Instacart is just not the move right now. And I would say, like, if you were to take every order, you make money. But the thing is, my area, the Publix hardly no orders for Gold Cart like me. I had that fraud customer. I got dropped to Gold Cart. So when you're in Gold Cart, you don't really see much unless it's super busy or it's dinner shift and everybody goes home. When you're Diamond, you're gonna see everything. Everything under the sun, you'll see. I was doing good until the fraud customer. But what can you do, right? That's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles, So see, I'm gonna turn on my DoorDash, but I'm gonna turn off as I get closer to the light. So we'll be back when we get an order. So as you guys know, Saturdays isn't a busy day for me. That's why usually, like, on Fridays I work dinner, and then Saturdays just lunch, just to make some type of money. Um, but I think Saturday is gonna become one of those days I take off as well for at least a few weeks. Tuesdays I'm taking off already. I started my first Tuesday off already, so Tuesday and Saturday seems like it's gonna be the move as far as full days off. So, it's just one of those type of things. Friday's a little bit better. Dinner is a little bit better. But we're gonna do lunch and dinner for Friday as well. So the new schedule will be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, lunch and dinner shifts. Tuesday, Saturday's off. I would love to have 2 days off in a row, but it's kind of hard to do that sometimes. Plus, I have a trip coming up, so I can't really, take away a busy day just to stay at the house. So it's 1:19. We pretty much gotta wait till 2 o'clock and be done. There's nothing out here. Sometimes I debate to come out for dinner on Saturdays, but then even dinner is not as good either. Not saying it's gonna be like that every Saturday or every Tuesday, but for the most part it has been this year, so might as well rest the vehicle when you can. And tomorrow is probably gonna be a busy day. So tomorrow will be a good day to get back to platinum with completion and acceptance rate, because usually there's a lot of orders going around. Especially Sunday nights are pretty good. Like Instacart, I came last Sunday, I made $70 like in 6 orders. And all single batches. That's when you see some single batches. Plus they close at 9. So they raise the money faster because they close at 9. They want to make sure they get all the orders out. This car in front of me is from Kentucky. Come on, Kentucky. You gotta move, man. That's not how we drive over here. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck going, Kentucky. Alright. So the Mexican restaurant right there, I'm gonna be honest. Every time I pick up from there, the food smells amazing. I love Mexican food. Chinese food. I'm open to try any type of food. I did Indian, I believe it is, butter chicken or whatever. It was pretty decent. There is a Chinese buffet that is pretty good. I might go on Thursday when I go take the car for an oil change. I might go Thursday and get that shit, because that shit, some good food there. And they're always busy, so you gotta get there early. So we're over here parked at our spot by Pizza Hut and see what happens. So I got an order for about, I think it's 5 or 6 miles for Soul Hibachi for $8.50. So I tried something. Pizza Hut was busy, so I said, you know what, let me try to decline it, right, and see. So I tried to decline it. It said my acceptance rate would go down to 68. And I'm like, wow, that says a lot about DoorDash. No matter how many orders you do in a row, it's so hard to get 1%. But, to decline one, all of a sudden you go down a percent. It's so dumb. I took it because ain't much going on. It's Saturday, like I said, Saturday's slow, so that's the only reason I took it. Saturdays is like that fuck it day. I'm just grabbing shit to grab it. It's funny to me how these apps work, especially DoorDash. Like, DoorDash has no shame at all, man. Let's see if he's gonna turn in there. We gotta turn, we're turning. Nobody's turning. Alright. Just trying to hook y'all up, man. Okay. When you pick up one item to a shrimp bowl. That is funny as hell. A shrimp bowl. The good thing about this order is I'm gonna take not the back. It's considered the back row, even though there's some lights. It's considered the back row. back roads, so. Grubhub's trying to throw something else that I'm not doing. Alright, let's go, people. Come on, let's hurry up here. What's the problem? Alright, now we're back on track. So yeah, that will put us with DoorDash at about $21 or $22 with the change. And then the $7 shop only, which I'm not even gonna withdraw that. I just add that for tomorrow for Instacart. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's like, you know, they're set up for you to fail. You know what I mean? These apps, you're set up to fail in a way. And I knew that going in. But when the fuckery gets like more and more, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I need to like calm down. But it is what it is. I'm gonna ride these apps out until I can't no more. Because like I said, if I go to W2, I'm not going to a regular, you know what I mean? If I ever go back to W2, I'm going somewhere that, you know, I got my 401k, it's a good job, I'm making good per hour, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna just go somewhere else and make minimum wage. Like, I'm good. I can get taxes taken out, ask somebody, yo, can I take vacation? Can I take this day off? Fuck that shit. I don't want to do none of that. Alright, so we are here in Sohabache. I would think the order would be done just because it's a thing, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so this order is going 7 miles. But I'm gonna take the straightaway way to it. They're probably gonna try to send me the other way, but I know how to get there, so I'm going the other way. That's a good thing about knowing the area. You know, I could turn those 7 miles right now with the shortcut I know into like 4.5 to 5. So that's good to know some shortcuts in your area. This one could be the last order. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause it, come back, and go to Publix and get what I gotta get. And I can't see shit. And I'll pause it after I'm done and see if I get one more order to be done, or just be done altogether. But it is funny how, like, I accepted all those orders, but all of a sudden I reject one and it goes down to percent. That's horrible. That just doesn't make sense to me. It's stupid. But that's how the game goes. That's what we signed up for, you know? What can you do? Keep on grinding. Plus, I got a trip coming up, so I gotta do what I can. So I'm gonna see you guys after I drop this off, or if we're going home. Either way, I will see you guys in a bit.